guys, here is a short mobility set or workout. I just wanted to give you, and we're going to come back to this several different times. I may throw it in various weeks, but just a good way to stretch overall body. It's going to be about 25 to 30 minutes. You're going to follow along with me. It's going to hit this time mostly hamstrings and quads, a little bit of shoulders. But I know as we continue to build and use strength moves and bounding and plyometrics, those muscles get really tight. And I know I don't spend nearly enough time stretching and focusing on flexibility. And I hate yoga for whatever reason. My mind cannot get around it. So mobility for me is kind of a little bit easier to get my head around and easier to stay focused on because it's a little bit more dynamic and moves through various moves. So we're going to start with just some skips. We've done these. If you've got room to move, you can move. Otherwise, you can kind of do these in place. But we're going to start with skips. And you're just going to spin the arms forward. So we just had about 50 seconds of these. So if you can travel, you can travel. If you don't have space, it's fine just to stay in place here. I'm going to stay in place just because I have a little bit of room, but I will go out of your screen pretty quick. So we got about 20 more seconds. Using these to kind of warm up. Get your heart rate up just a little bit. It's not going to be through the roof or anything today. But warming up muscles, warming up heart. Give me 5 more seconds here. Now go into knee pulls. So you're just going to pull the knee to the chest. Now again, if you want to travel with these, you can walk. If you're good just staying in place, stand in place. Getting a little heavy pause at the top as you squeeze. It always feels so much better than I think they're going to feel. Gets through my glutes, inner thigh, outer thigh. Even some of that pressure squeezing on my shin is a relief. We got 5 more seconds. Now, we're going to go to those skips again, but you're going to add a kick. So it's kick, 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 kick. So as you skip, you're kicking it out. All right, so again, you've got room to move, move. You don't, you're right in place. We got 15 more seconds here. Three, two, one. Bring it down. Now we're going to smell your foot. Woo! So you're going to grab, support the knee, pull up on the foot. Whatever I did this weekend. Got my hips and my glutes. So these are feeling harder than they normally do. Biggest thing here, support the knee. I've seen people do these before and you're just pulling on your foot. That puts your knee at risk. So I really want you to make sure you're putting that hand under your knee. And you're pulling up slightly. We've got 10 more seconds here. so now you're going to come down onto your floor, and you may want to grab your mat. So our first one, it's going to be a lizard to half split. So you're going to come down into that lunge position. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Now, you're going to lean into that lunge, knee stacked over ankle, and then we're going to come back. So it's going to be forward and back. Now, I have sensitive knees. I'm a wimp. So I like to double my mat up. If you need to, do it. We're going to be here for 50 seconds. You're going into it, bring it back. Into it, bring it back. Now, this first round, you may not be able to go back as far. You may have to let those hands travel with you in order to come back into that half split, and that's okay. You should be feeling it on the front of that left thigh as you press in. And maybe you hold and just hold for a second in each position. We got about 15 seconds. Three, two, one. Now you're going to come down and sit. All right, so as you sit, heels are going to touch the floor. We're going to come to a shin box where you're going to shift your hips to the right. Right foot's in front, left foot coming out to the side. And then you're going to fold. Come back, heels up to the ground, shin box, fold forward. All right, so we're just going to keep doing that motion, going to the same side. You're going to get a stretch through your glute, through your inner thigh. You may feel it into your low back, depending on how tight everything is. Again, you're just pausing for a second in each position. We got about 15 seconds. Three, two, one. Bring it back up. Left knee is down, right leg is in front. So it's the same positioning we just had. We're bending, moving into it, bring it back into that half split. Into it, that lunge, come back to half split. So as you go in, make sure again that knee, not out over ankle. Maybe this time you can leave your hands rooted and get a little bit deeper stretch into that hamstring. Maybe you can lean forward just a little bit more, stretching through that hip flexor on the left side. One of the reasons we keep repeating it is because you're going to get a little looser each time. So maybe you're going for that soft edge. It's not pain, but you're going close, right? And you're just inching it, tiptoeing along that edge. Give me one more. Now bringing it down to seated. Again, heels touching the floor. We're going to go to shin box, fold it. Ready? So take it to the right, fold it forward, come up. Heels, shin box, fold. Keep going. This one's hurting me today. Again, apparently my legs are trashed, and this is hard. So I apologize for not much talking. Last one. Now bring it up. We're going back. Lizard half split one last time. Right foot forward, left knee back. Ready? Press into it. Come back. Press in. Come back. So you may even feel this into your right hip flexor. Again, it just depends on where you're most tight. Wherever you're the tightest is where it's going to manifest. And that's okay. It's going to be different for each person. It's going to be different every time you do this. So again, maybe you're still having to walk those hands to get that deep stretch into your hamstring, and that's okay. Maybe you've gotten a little looser. Give me one more. Shin box to the right one last time. All right? So heels to the ground. Here we go. Come to the right. Fold it forward. Maybe you're coming down further down, so your chest is touching your thigh this time, and maybe it hadn't before. That's 30 seconds. We've got 20 left. Last 5. Last one here. So bring it up. Before we go on to that other side, we're going to take a minute and we're just going to go to another agility drill. So we're just going to go forward and back, traveling left and right. All right? Let me adjust this back up so you can see me. But we're going for 50 seconds right here. So forward and back, and then come back, traveling the other direction. Again, you don't want to travel, don't travel. So they're short, quick little steps. A little scissor in the leg, like that. We've got 10 seconds. Bring it back down onto the mat. So we're going to go right back to that lizard half split, but this time left foot's going to be forward, and the right knee is going to be down. So we're going to start. Whew, my foot is stuck to my sticky mat. So leaning in, bring it back. Lean it in, bring it back. Here we go. 50 seconds. Taking these first ones slow. Knowing that you've got plenty of time to move into depth on this stretch, we're just easing into it. Oh, hamstrings. Woo. We've got 10. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down to a seated position. Again, heels to the floor. This time you're going to take it to the left. So we're going to shin box to the left, fold forward, come back, heels back to the floor. All right, here you go. Shin box, fold, bring it up to heels. So now I have one side that making that motion to flip my hips is really easy. To go to this side, I have to really think about it and work. So it's okay if your body seems weird to go to one side. That's why we're doing it, to get you a little bit more mobility, a little bit more fluid motion there. Hold in each position where you feel like you need to. So maybe even just come in here is enough to stretch. Before you fold, hold it maybe. Or maybe you need to hold the fold a little longer. One more. Bring it up. So we're going right back in to lizard half split. So push it forward, bring it back. Forward and back. We've got about 15 seconds. Breathing through the stretches, don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. You've got that shin box going to the left. Here we go. Take the legs over, fold it down. Couple more here. We got about 10 seconds. And we're going to go back to lizard half split one more time. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Right leg goes back. Left foot comes forward. Hands straddling the left foot. Pull it back. Press forward. Maybe you're pausing a little extra in each position this time. Finding that soft edge. Maybe pushing that edge a little bit more each time. Last 10 seconds, and we got shin box one more time. Bring it down onto your bottom, heels up. Taking legs to the left. Here we go. Left, fold. Bring it up, back to heels. We got 15 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Maybe get 1 or 2 more in. And bring it up. Now again, mat goes to the side. We're going to another agility. So before we went forward and back with feet, now we're going wide and narrow. Okay, and again, we're going to travel wide, narrow, as you come forward and then back. You don't want to travel? Don't travel. All right, so you got 50 seconds. Here we go. I'm just going to travel a little bit and then move it back. So legs are staying relatively straight. Slight bend in the knee, but you're not squatting. We're really just taking legs wide and narrow, like a jumping jack, but without the arms. We got about 20 seconds. bring it down. Grabbing your mat again. We've got 2 new moves, or different moves. Coming down on your back again. So, from here, we're going to take your right leg long, left leg is going to fold over. You've got both shoulders down on the mat. So from here, the left arm is going to fold to touch your right arm, and then open right back up. Left leg is staying right where it is, all right? So here we go. We're going to close it, open it, close it, open it. So as you take the left arm over, the left shoulder is going to peel up off the floor. But then as you take it wide again, I want you to think about really opening up through the chest, taking the shoulder blade back down to the floor. So this is not only working your hip, that left hip that's over, but it's also opening up through that T-spine, stretching through shoulder. We got about 5 more seconds. Bring it up. Now, from here, you're going to go to a single leg glute bridge. So your left leg is going to come up, and we're going to take it wide. Let me turn this way. Wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. So your butt, you're trying to keep it up. Opening up through that left leg, and then bring it right back down. Now, if you need to keep your butt down, keep your butt down. If you're feeling pain in your low back, anything like that, take your rear end and put it back down on the floor. But otherwise, I want you to have strong right leg, squeezing through that right glute, opening up wide through the left, getting a little stretch through your inner thigh. We got about 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Extend the right leg again. Left leg is going to cross over, so we're going the same side again. So arms are out wide. Take your left, bring it over to the right, and then open. Now, if you want to add on here, you can. So after you open back up, bend the arm, press it straight up, pull it down, extend, take it over, wide, bend, press it up, pull it down, extend. So you're still pressing that left knee towards the floor. Getting a stretch through the outer hip, getting a stretch through that inner thigh, getting a stretch through the shoulder girdle. Rest. So we're going back to those leg whips. So you're going to go up into that glute bridge. Take the left leg up, open it wide. Keep going. The sun is brutal today. There we go. Taking it wide. So your glutes are still squeezed and engaged. We've got about 20 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1. Right leg extends. Take the left hand over. We're going again to that reach across, then bend and press, all right? So left arm comes across, open wide, bend the arm, press it straight up, pull it down, take it wide. Maybe you can take that leg, and that knee maybe touches the ground when it didn't before. Maybe you want to extend the leg so that it's straight out. Maybe you're not getting anything out of this reach up and over, so take it out. Make this yours. Feel the strength or the stretch where you need it. And if you're getting more out of one movement than another, then stick with it. Bring it up. We've got those supine leg whips one last time. So press it up, left foot, take it wide, open, wide, open. Keep it moving. You're down to 10 seconds. Last 5. Bring it down. Pull knees in for just a second, and we're bringing it up. We've got one last agility move, and then we're going to take it back to the floor for that other side, and then we're done. So with this one, we're still going to go wide and narrow, but we're going to squat as you go wide, all right? So you got 50 seconds. Here we go. So it's squat, bring it in. Now you can travel, going forward, going back, or you can stay in one spot. Staying light on your feet. We're down to 15 seconds. You've got it. 3, 2, 1. Grab your mat. You know what's coming. It's nothing big. It's all stretchy goodness. So coming down. This time, that right leg goes across, right arm out wide. Fold it over, take it back. So I like to move my gaze or shift my gaze with my arm. Gets a little stretch through my neck. Paying attention to where your right knee is. Is it up in the air? Can you get it all the way down? Either is fine, but just pay attention to where it is and the type of stretch you're getting. Focusing on really opening that chest, pressing the shoulder blade down, opening up through your pectorals, your anterior delt. We've got one more. Bring it back to center. Left foot down, glute raise, and we're going to take it wide and close, wide and close. So the right leg is opening wide in these supine leg whips. Couple more here. Again, you need to drop the booty down for just a second, and then try to come back up. Keeping that right leg as straight as you can, but if you need a bend, you can take a bend. Bring it down. Left leg extends, right knee comes across, arms go wide. So you're going to fold it, take it wide, bend the arm, press it up, pull it down, extend it, come back over. Shifting that gaze, opening up through the chest. Where's your knee? Is it maybe a little bit closer to the floor this time? Maybe it's a little bit further over. Maybe you can extend the leg out. Bring it back. We've got leg whips. So, hips square to the floor, on the floor. Press up through the left leg. Open, close. Open, close. These are hard for me today. 20 seconds. Keep looking at the clock thinking that that should be done. We've got 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. We've got one more time. Fold that right leg over. Arms go wide. Take it over. Open. Bend. Press it up. Pull down. Extend it. We're down to 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Bring it back. So left foot coming down. Right foot long, bridge it up. Take it wide and narrow. Wide, bring it back to center. Keep it moving. We've got 20 seconds. You can drop the glutes when you need to the floor. Last 10. Three, 2, 1. Pull those knees in. Rock it up to seated. And you are done. So stretch anything else that you feel like needs to get loosened up. But hope you enjoyed this mobility set. Let me know what you thought. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.